Well, hey there, folks. Meteorologist Matt Barrentine. Look at the scene down there in Orange Beach. It's going to be a great beach day, and you can see the weather down there starting out great. So looking at just terrific conditions down there at our local beaches. Why not? It just looks absolutely fantastic down there today. And obviously it's going to be a busy weekend because it is Labor Day weekend, so a lot of folks will be headed on down and enjoying the surf and the sun. And it's going to be a good one for it. Really nice conditions out there for us, not only this morning, but really throughout the day. Well, hey, once again, meteorologist Matt Barrentine here with you. Hope you're having yourself a great day. Obviously, I don't know if you stepped outside this morning. If you haven't, you should go do that real quick, then come back, or just carry your phone outside if you're watching it on the phone. It feels a little different. Now, it's not fall. And I know these first little dial backs are like, woohoo, it is nice. But we're just talking about some slightly lower humidity, but it's comfortable, and it really does help. 73 in Mobile, 70 in Gulf Shores. The number, though, really to point at is what's called the dew point. The dew point, it shows up as a temperature, which makes it kind of confusing, but the dew point really is more of a scale, and it's a measure of moisture, humidity in the air, and it's lower this morning because a front passed by. So let's look at that. We spend almost the entire summer up here in the mid-70s on that dew point scale, so the oppressive. And every once in a while, we kind of will pop up to that stifling on a few mornings. Most of the summer, though, we're right here. This morning, we're somewhere between sticky and pleasant. So that's the difference. That's why it feels more comfortable outside here this morning. It won't last long. You need to get out there soon if you want to walk the dog or do something like that. It's going to heat up very, very quickly here this morning. All right, so here's the big picture. Here's the front that passed by. We got northeast winds behind it. That's what's bringing in this dry air for us here along the Gulf Coast. And see this dark green? That's where the dew point's in the mid-70s still, just offshore. So for us, slightly less muggy. We're in this pale greens. So, you know, that's what, about the best we're going to do here in early September. So not too bad. Take what we can get in September. Here's the futurecast. Obviously, with this dry air, not going to see anything really on here today. We should be pretty much clear on the radar. One shower might try to pop up, say over here around the Panhandle and coastal areas later in the afternoon. And if there's any chance of rain, that'd be about the only spot that would get it here today. All right, so forecast. So this is what I'm talking about. This isn't a fall front because we're still up in the 90s today, well up into the 90s. Okay, so it's still hot. It's less humid, but it's still going to be hot. The big difference it makes is right here. Yesterday we had a heat advisory, we had heat index values 106, 107. Today, really not much of a heat index. So it's dry heat for us today out there across the Gulf Coast. All right, so let's check out your beach forecast. I was just talking about this when I was showing you, hold on. I'll show you this, look at that. Once again, that shot again of Orange Beach. Boy, it's pretty out there, isn't it? Really, really nice. Here's what it looks like on our beach forecast. We're looking at 90 degrees today, and Monday looking at 89 degrees, and just great conditions down our local beaches. So do enjoy the very pleasant weather here for us. Here's what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and take you to the tropics. We've got a lot going on. We've gone through 15 named storms. We don't have any named storms on the board right now for the moment. So let's take a look around. First off, we've got this one here. Hurricane Center's marked it with a 10% chance. Models are really doing absolutely nothing with this. No model is showing this developing. But the weird thing is, this thing has found a little pocket here of some good conditions, and it has blown up. So that always makes you a little wary. But once again, none of the models are doing anything with this. It's going to sort of drift off to the west very slowly the next couple of days. So it's something we'll watch. We'll see if the models start picking up on it because it's blown up a little bit. But right now, the Hurricane Center is still only giving it a 10% chance to develop it. So fingers crossed nothing comes of that one. All right, so there's a new one. This one they just actually marked up here this morning, south of Bermuda. This little area here, it's going to work its way northwest towards the east coast. Right now, the development chance of that one's 20%. So we'll see how that one goes over the next few days. All right, then we go farther out in the Atlantic, and these two will be developing. We got this one here and this one here. In fact, let me go ahead and show you these two. On the First off, this is the European model. There's the first one, there's the second one. Big spin, named system, probably maybe even a hurricane at that point. Another big spin, likely a tropical storm here. This is Friday morning. So we'd have 2 named storms almost certainly going on right here. And that other one, I just noticed off the coast there, North Carolina, it is trying to do something with that one as well. That was the one that was over near Bermuda. There is a spin right there. That one that was farther to the south, not really showing much of anything, maybe a little bit of something now in the Bay of Campeche, at least with rain. It looks like that one's going to be, this one that's farther to the south is drifting west. This one that's near Bermuda, a little bit of a circulation there. In fact, I'll zoom around. I'm making this too hard for all of us. All right, so here's that one off of North Carolina. And yeah, it's not fully giving it a great circulation, but it is bringing rain and in a slight circulation here. Hopefully it won't develop into anything too major. Maybe it'll just be a rainmaker for them. And that one that's now south of Hispaniola, looks like there's something right here. Looks like it's going to go across the Yucatan and try to do something over here. It just depends. If it stays over land, obviously it won't do anything. If it gets out here in the Bay of Campeche where there's some very warm waters, maybe it has a chance. But once again, that's staying well to the south of it. So that's the European model, and that's what the European model is looking at. We'll do the same thing with the American model, the GFS. We'll fast forward this all the way through Friday morning, just like we just showed there. And these two systems basically look about the same. Named systems out here in the deep Atlantic, for sure. How about those other ones we were looking at? That one that was going towards North Carolina. This one really shows very little. So the American model is not too keen on it. Maybe a little bit of rain there. It doesn't show much of a circulation. How about that other one to the south? There you go. This one is showing a little bit of circulation here. But once again, it's in the same place. So both the American and European models don't do anything with this system until it crosses over the Yucatan. And the European model has it more like onshore here. This one has it more offshore, so this is showing a little bit of development, but still working its way west, not towards us. So 2 models, seeing some similar things. Certainly with these 2, it's very similar. Very similar with that one that's down in the Caribbean right now, moving it towards Belize or the Yucatan and working it across there. And then the one that's off North Carolina, the European is a little bit more aggressive with it. It wants to develop it. This American model doesn't develop it very much. This is 5 days, so we got time to watch all this stuff, keep an eye on everything. But obviously, from what I'm showing you, you can see there is a ton of activity, a lot of things going on, and we'll have to continue to watch all these here for the next several days. So we're going into the height of the season. Actually, September 10th is what's considered the peak of hurricane season, and we're getting in there, and it looks like right around that time we'll have multiple named systems out there, maybe multiple named, maybe a depression or 2, all kinds of things going on. So, you know, kind of the way it works here for this time of year. All right, in fact, let me put up the weekend forecast. I pop that up. There we go. So today, hot, dry. Tomorrow, hot, dry on your Labor Day Monday. It's a really good weekend. Like I said, good conditions out there at our beaches. Good conditions to take the boat out. Good conditions to swim in the pool. Good conditions to fire up the grill. Good conditions to enjoy a Labor Day weekend. So just looking good all the way around. Let me check out your next week and a half. So what's going to happen? Well, we've had this front come through this morning that it didn't, not doing much to the temperatures, but bringing us some drier air. We got another one coming in on Thursday. That brings our rain chances up there. Now this one looks like it'll have a bit more of an impact on our high temperatures. Once again, it won't be a fall front. These first few systems in September tend to be fairly weak, as you would imagine, and so not going to knock our temperatures back down to fall-like weather here in the middle of the week. But it will kind of chip away, knock a few degrees off that high temperature. Instead of being in the low 90s, it'll be in the upper 80s. So knocking a few degrees off the highs and making things a bit more bearable. And that's just kind of usually how September goes. I don't know if you remember last September. Last September was awful. Last September we had record highs. I think 20 of the 30 days, something like that. It was insane. We're not doing that this year. Nope. We might. I'm not saying it can't turn hotter again towards the end of the month, but we're not going to see 20 days of record highs, upper 90s, and we hit triple digits a couple times last September. Early October, we hit triple digits last year. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen again, but it doesn't look like it. We're just in a different pattern this year when a more, typical, more normal pattern here, it looks like, this year. So that's what we're looking at for the next week and a half. Front coming through on Thursday, sort of chipping away at things. Once again, a lot of activity in the tropics, but nothing that seems to be anywhere nearby us that's going to impact us. So, I mean, let me go ahead and get up my arrows here. So like I said, this one down here to the south, it looks like it's going to work its way towards the Yucatan and over that way, so staying south of us. This one up here near Bermuda is going to work its way towards North Carolina. This one here is going to work its way like this. And this farthest one out is probably going to eventually turn out to sea like that. So we got a lot of activity, but nothing that's aiming for us. So we'll keep an eye on it. We got plenty of time to watch, especially these ones out in the deep Atlantic. Plenty of time to keep an eye on things, and of course we'll do that here at Fox 10 News. Once again, we get you back out to the Gulf of Mexico. Look at that beautiful shot. Beautiful shot there. So beautiful day for everybody that joined. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have yourselves a great morning. Enjoy, like I said, for the next hour or so, enjoy the nice weather outside before it turns hot. I hope you have yourselves a good one, a good Labor Day. Get some sunshine, enjoy it, and then we'll catch up with you later on. We'll be back on Fox 10 News at 9 p.m. Thank you much. Bye now.